An녕하세요, Ryan Walters, here at Jeonju World Cup Stadium along with Matthew Binns, and one of us is very happy right now.
I'll let you guess which one that might be.
It is not the man wearing the beanie. It finished 3-0 in the end in favor of the North Jeolla squad here in the first Jeolla Derby of 2018. And I mean, before we get into it too much, I think a win is certainly a deserved result for your guys. So a win was deserved, yeah?
It was a deserved win. The stats reflect... I mean, they got a bit exaggerated after a red card, which we're going to talk about, but I'll just run through some of the stats with you. Jeonbuk led possession 54 to 46%, so that was relatively down the middle. Shots were 21 to 6 in favour of Jeonbuk, 17 of them on target in comparison to Jeonnam's 4. 14 fouls by Jeonbuk in comparison to Jeonnam's 11. A yellow apiece and a red card that you look like you are desperate to talk about.
It's something that Aiden, our Jeonnam columnist Aiden Halligan, touched on in the preview for this match, that the Dragons could be a decent squad if they just stopped self-destructing. And today, this is the epitome of that. They had positive possession in stretches. They looked good. They countered relatively well. They created a couple of chances. And then they climb all over Dong-gook's back in the box. They smack people in the face to get a red card. Like I don't know what's going on with this team right now that they can look so tactically astute but so mentally fragile.
Yeah, it was Jeonbuk's 5th clean sheet in a row, but I'd say that Jeonnam has probably tested that the most today, which the stats won't kind of tell that story.
No. Nor will the scoreline.
Nor will the scoreline, and it's exactly as Aiden Halligan said in our pre-match preview. There's just a tendency to self-destruct here, and I don't know why there's such a lack of discipline in Jeonnam's part.
No.
Is it drawn on by frustration or just inexperience?
Maybe both in that regard, but in the inexperience route, we talked about him a little bit beforehand, but Kim Min-jun just a woeful game out on the wing today. Broke up a lot of things on his own by just poor touches or poor passes, and I feel like that maybe led to the frustration, but even with that, like you say, I still can't understand where this severe lack of discipline is coming from. It's shocking. This is 3 games in a row with a red card.
Yeah,
3 in a row.
There was some debate over the one at Incheon, but still, it's still three red cards in a row.
That one, we don't have time to talk about that. That should not have been a red card. But the simple fact of the matter is, it was. Okay, so if you know that's happened, then come into the next match smarter. Come into that Jeju match smarter. They didn't. Come into this match smarter.
Yeah.
They didn't. I just don't understand the mentality of this squad right now.
Well, also there was no options on the bench, as we talked about in our halftime video on Twitter. Once they went a goal down, they haven't got the personnel to turn it around.
Right, exactly. There was one attacker on the bench and they didn't bring him on.
Wanderson didn't come on.
He did come on early enough after they went a goal down.
Yeah.
Right, so he did eventually come on, but by then the damage was kind of already done. And you said it during the game. They've shot themselves in the foot twice because they came here, they tried to set up for a 0-0, which is just not going to happen against Jeonbuk. And then when it doesn't happen, you don't have a plan B. The plan A is still just try to limit the damage, but then at that point, why bother? Yeah. There's no difference between 1-0 and 3-0 at this point. So rough end of the game for the Dragons, which is a shame because I think they did play better than I thought they would, especially in the first half and in stretches here in the second.
They tested Jeonbuk more than other sides have done so here, and I'm not just saying that to wax lyrical, but there was genuine...
He's saying it to be nice.
No, but there was the shortly after the goal, minutes after the goal, Yun Dong-min had a one-on-one chance. He didn't even get the shot on frame, but he was one-on-one throw on goal, no defenders. Sorry. So it's a slightly bit frustrating for Jeonnam in terms of that they can't even get the shots on target. Although they said they have 4 of their 6 shots on target, it felt like there were so many squandered opportunities to make those figures higher. And it's going to have to, they've at the end of the thing is, you've got to look at it in two ways. They've lost to rivals here, but they have also lost to the team that are the league leaders.
Yeah, but it's what we talked about pregame. It's how did you lose the game? Because I think, unfortunately, coming in, it was expected that the Dragons would lose, and unfortunately they did. But they didn't have to today. They really didn't have to. I thought they played well enough that they could have got a draw. But if you're not, then how does it happen? And if it finishes 1-0 on that foolish penalty, then fine, okay? Someone made a stupid mistake. Dong-gook does what he does, converts his penalty. You lose 1-0 in a game that you played pretty well. But instead of losing 3-0 by going all out attacking and getting hit on the counter, you lose 3-0 because you lost your head again. And it's just, yeah, it's difficult right now for the Dragons, especially because they're down at the bottom of the table. And if Daegu can figure out how to score goals, which I think they will, then they're gonna start coming up. So it's early in the season, but the Dragons got to already be worried about relegation, considering this is now 1 win in 21 matches.
Yeah, it's an atrocious run of form. On the opposite end of the team.
Yeah, no, let's talk about the good stuff. I'm done. It's fine. It's fine.
Let's try and find, for the neutral watching, there was obviously an attacking display by John, but the first half we discussed at half-time that there was a lack of control in midfield. Jeonnam were playing 5 men across the midfield, and Jeonbuk just tended to have 2 defensive midfielders in the centre of the park, using normally 2 central attacking midfielders as wingers. They switched it up at half-time, made 2 substitutions at half-time, taking off Park Won-jae for Lee Young and bringing on Lopez for Jang Yun-ho, still keeping with the 4-4-2, but just bringing an actual out-and-out winger on. It changed the game.
It
moved
changed
EJ Sung into the middle, brought Lopez on the right, and you could see the energy he brought to the table.
It's amazing what playing a wide player strategy does when you actually have a wide player out there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a true winger. He brought pace. He brought tenacity. I mean, but more than anything else, he just brought shots on target and smart passes. You know, he just did the things that you want someone to do out there. But I mean, he was clinical, and like you say, he changed the game right away. Yeah,
it was an excellent performance from him, and.
But again, the Dragons still kind of held strong there. So
there should be, if the game could have ended at 80, Jeonnam could have came away with their heads held high. It just last 10 minutes, they just lost their heads completely, and that's how we've ended up with Jeonbuk running out clear winners in the Jeolla Derby 3-0.
Yet again, the Jeolla Derby goes to the north side. We'll end it there. We'll end it with that. So that is it from us here today. We're going to try to get down in the mix zone and maybe talk to some of the Dragons players. I don't know what kind of mood they're going to be in. We will try to get the birthday boy, Kim Shin-wook, and we're going to try to talk to Dong-gook as well if we can. We'll see how that goes. We won't have video, though, unfortunately, because, we can't. So we won't do that this time. But if you have any questions, comments, or reactions you'd like us to get to the players, get those in the comments below. And also tomorrow, this is it for us today, but tomorrow we'll be back out on the interwebs. We'll be our keyboard warriors for the match of the week tomorrow, which is happening down in Pohang. So it's Pohang Steelers against Jeonnam FC, and it should be a good one. If you enjoyed the goals here today, then I would recommend tuning in for that one, because there'll be maybe a little more earned from open play and not foolish penalties from one side. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. Not bitter at all.
You don't sound it.
I don't sound in any way bitter about the performance that the Dragons put in today.
You're going to enjoy the ride back to Seoul, eh?
Oh, well, Lex, some people have the comments on the left or on bottom. Wherever the comments are, you can find them and leave comments for us. Anyway, thank you for commenting, Lex. Anyway, we're going to get out of here, go get some coffee, get warm. I will get my own box of tissues. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video and you want to see some of these in the future, go ahead and click subscribe by hitting the button here, and you can see these faces in the future. Thanks for watching.